Okay, so let's start first with a recall of my previous analysis, especially uh, a month or 2 months ago. So let's start with my Blue Guardian podcast last August 6 to give you an idea of the current uptrend. What's the current uptrend and what's the current count of the gold? So last August 6, 2025, I hosted a live market analysis wherein I projected that the market or gold market is about to do a reversal. So there are two options here. It's either the wave E reversal or a wave C reversal here, depending on uh, the the price action that the market will give. So in this particular case, it's a triangle scenario with wave A, B, C, D, and E. So if ever the market reverses at this particular price action, then I will consider it as a whole triangle as the corrective structure, L-wave corrective structure. However, if ever the market will continue to do sideways, then the next scenario will be the WXY, where Y is a triangle. So to illustrate, going back to this analysis, so this was the previous analysis of gold, and originally I have projected it as a triangle, and the triangle will look like this one. This will be the wave A, B, C, D, and E. Technically speaking, this is still a correct um, counting. However, if I will base it on the lower time frame counts to just to make sure that the internal waves are completed, then excuse me for a while. Then the the other scenario would be a WXY, and let me explain why I will consider this as a WXY rather than an ABCDE as an entire structure. So um, here, if I will treat this as an entire triangle, when we say entire triangle, the B and the D trend line should look like this, and the A and the C trend line should look like this. The wave E in a triangle can break the beginning of, or rather the start of wave C here. So if this is the encircled black wave C, then therefore wave E uh, can terminate beyond the the territory of the wave C. However, a triangle will be invalidated in Elliott wave theory once it breaks the wave A territory. So in this case, this is a valid scenario for a corrective structure, which is an ABCDE. The other structure that I have mentioned in this video is a possibility of WXY correction. And what is that WXY correction? The WXY correction will look like this one. This will be my higher degree W, higher degree X, and the higher degree E. So if that is the case, we just hide all of this. So if that is the case, then therefore, if I will treat this as my wave X, or rather W, this will be my wave X. My wave E should terminate here. Why? Why would the wave Y will terminate at that particular price? Let me just change this into minute. Okay, so this means that the X to Y here is a triangle. So if I'm going to consider a valid scenario, then therefore I would change this into a triangle wave y. So therefore the structure will look like this one, wherein the uh, wave y is a triangle. So the reason why I have to consider this particular structure, so that I will not be overconfident with my swing trades, that if ever the market will retrace, then my invalidation would be around here. So I'd like to think that the invalidation of my swing, or actually it can be considered positional trade already, because I'm still holding my August 20 entry podcast. So from here to here, I'd like to consider it as one wave up. Actually, this particular wave here, the uptrend here, is considered to be the fifth wave. Why fifth wave? Even if I will not do a top-down analysis here, triangle correction in Elliott wave theory can only happen in the following scenarios. The first scenario would be in an impulsive movement. For example, I have your wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Wave or a triangle structure in Elliott wave theory can only happen in the wave 4. So if a wave 4 happens in, for example, if a wave 4 happens here, let's say wave 2, for example, in the wave 2 territory, let me just draw this first. So for example, if a triangle scenario happened in wave 2, then therefore this is invalid. In Elliott wave theory, a triangle will only happen before the termination of the wave. So when we say before the termination of the wave, therefore wave 2 is not the termination of the wave. It's just the beginning of a possible 5-wave uptrend. So therefore, if you spot a triangle structure, most likely that triangle structure is can be identified in the fourth wave. And the counting for a triangle structure is usually labeled as A, B, C, D, E, E. So it's like a 5-wave structure wherein, excuse me, it is forming a triangle. So the triangle can be three different uh, structure. Let me just show you the illustration from the Elliott Wave International. So these are the 4 possible triangle structure, or rather 3 possible structure in for a triangle. One is contracting triangle. My apologies, I selected like to check a better illustration. Let me just open this one. Okay, so here are the triangles. These are the 3 variations of a triangle in a bull market and a bearish market. So here, a contracting triangle, meaning the upper support is declining while the or rather, sorry, the upper resistance is trendline resistance is declining while the uh, lower trend line is rising. So contracting, it's like a squeezing price action movement. While the other type of Elliott wave triangle is a barrier triangle. Here, the trend line resistance is a flat or a horizontal support, while the horizontal resistance, while the trend line support is increasing. And then the other one is expanded. Expanded, it's like an inverted symmetrical triangle. So symmetrical, for other price action traders, contracting triangle can be considered as symmetrical triangle, while expanding triangle can be considered as inverse symmetrical triangle, while the barrier is a horizontal trend line resistance. So based on this triangle structure, take note that these triangle structures can only be found at before the termination of the wave. And I repeat, when we say before the termination of the wave, this can only be found in wave 4 in a corrective, or rather wave 4 in an impulsive motive wave. So the other structure, Elliott wave structure, wherein we can find these triangles is in an ABC correction or ABC down or ABC up. So the just like what I've mentioned, a triangle can only happen before the termination of the wave. So if the correction is just 3 waves down, excuse me, then therefore this wave A to B can be considered as a triangle as well. So if a if the price action looks like this one, then this triangle is acceptable. Why? This will give you us, or especially for Elliottians, the triangle will give us an idea that that particular trend is about to be terminated. To be terminated, meaning after the uptrend of a triangle, or after an uptrend or a downtrend from a triangle structure, there will be a correction that will happen. So since this one is obviously a triangle, which can be considered as a contracting triangle, if you take it as a whole, or you can also consider this as a WXY structure, wherein wave X to Y is a triangle, and this type of corrective structure is what we call a combination. To be specific, this particular combination structure is this one. A combination wherein the first or a double combination, meaning the first structure is a flat, the second structure is a zigzag, and the third structure is a triangle. So if we will try to look at this very carefully, this is also an acceptable structure for the higher time frame of gold. Aside from treating this as a full triangle, this can also be interpreted and as a combination structure. So both, whether you will interpret this as an entire or a whole triangle structure, or a combination structure, a WXY combination structure, both will give you a directional bias that is uptrend. And the best way to trade a triangle structure is after wave E. So if you don't want to wait for a sideways movement, then you have to time it carefully, because if it is a triangle, structure, as you can see here, it must be composed, every letter here must be composed of at least three waves, in three internal waves. Three waves down for A, three waves up for B, three waves down for C, three waves up for D, three waves down for E. So if you have identified this structure as early as, for example, wave X, and there's a possibility that the just like what I forecasted here, I've seen signs already of a triangle as early as July 30. So therefore, from there, I will consider a triangle scenario. So the triangle scenario, all you have to do is count three sets of uh, three waves. And here, both a contracting triangle and a combination or double combination is an acceptable structure. Now, the reason why I am sharing you this is for you to understand where are we in terms of the Elliott wave theory. Just like what I have mentioned, the triangle can only happen before the termination of the wave. So meaning, if this triangle happened here, then therefore, this price action, the triangle price action here, is actually a wave 4, and the uptrend that we are experiencing right now since my August 20 podcast is just the internal waves of the fifth wave. So when I say the internal waves of the fifth wave, that means the this fifth wave here should complete its 5 internal waves. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So the big question here will be what's the current status of the wave the wave 4 sorry the wave 4 to 5. So this is what we're going to check whether the wave is terminated already, about to be terminated or not. But of course, before we do the Elliott wave counts of this one, allow me to share to you something about the second topic that I have mentioned, which is what we call the GAN box. Now, GAN box is another trading strategy that will help you whether a trend is about to be terminated or not. How? By simply checking the angle of the trend. So for example, if you have seen a possible reversal here, then all you have to do is use the GAN box. It can be found here in the Fibonacci tools. In this particular case, I will not be using the GAN box because I'd like to put some arcs on it and the angles included. So I'll be using the GAN square. So if this is the price reversal, all you have to do is start with the reversal point or price and then connect it to the latest or the recent high. So in this case, this is the recent high. In the GAN box, as you can see here, this particular trend is still very bullish. Why very bullish? The angle here from this reversal to the possible wave E reversal, if the angle or if the price action is still doing a movement above this trend line support using the GAN box, then the market is still bullish. Now, if you will try to use the squares here or the horizontal and the vertical bars here, you can use this for trail stop. So all you have to do is identify these 4 quarters, or rather this is subdivided into 5 5 columns and 5 rows. So all you have to do is use this one and identify the first level of support, horizontal support, and let's label this as your trail stop one, for example. Let me just change this into a different color because I changed my chart settings. So let's just change this for directional bias purposes, or for the reason why I'm sharing you the gun box strategy is for you um, to have an idea whether the market is still trending or not by simply looking at the possible trail stop levels. So this first line here can be considered as your first trail stop level. So if you have caught this market, or if you have caught this uptrend, then your first trail stop level will be here. So this will be the first warning that the market is about to be terminated. However, if you will try to look at the trend line support, this trend line support is still bullish. So therefore, your next trail stop level will be around here. So this will be your trail stop number 2. So this will be your trail stop number 2. So if ever the trail stop number 1 will be broken, for example, once we break this trail stop number 1, then that's the first warning already that the market is about to do a correction. However, if this trail stop level number 1 will always be respected as you dynamically move your gun box. For example, the first, let's change it into a lower time frame. So the first pivot here is around this one. Just to illustrate how to use this possible trail stop level using the horizontal lines of this gun box or gun square. So for example, in this particular price action, if I'm going to check whether this is still trending or not, all I have to do is draw the trend line support using the gun box. So how do you plot the gun box? You start with the lowest possible price of that trend and the peak of that trend. So my trend line support would be here. Let me just move this correctly here. So my trend line support would be here, and then I will continue, or I will just simply extend it here. So if I'm going to use the idea of the trail stop a while ago, so your first trail stop will be here. First trail stop will be here, and then the second trail stop will be around here. But once we break the first sign, that when the market breaks the first trail stop level, then you may consider taking profit to maximize your profit above after a bounce after breaking the trail stop level number 1, because there's a big possibility that it will hit the trail stop number 2, and then once we hit the trail stop number 2, and then the price is below the trend line support already of the gun box or the gun square, then the trail stop number 3 would be the third support level. So therefore, this will be your third support level, and the third and the fourth trail stop level can be used for entry of the continuation of the trend. If you believe, based on the structure, that the market is still bullish, then you can use this trail stop number 3 or number 4 as your possible reversal. So here, as you can see, the trail stop number 3 was taken, and if you will try to base it on the retracement level, this trail stop number 3 and number 4 are actually within the golden zone. So let's check it. As you can see, even if I will not do the actual measuring, just putting the just plotting the gun box, I know that the levels 78.6, the 0.618 are the levels close to the levels 3 and 4 tail stop. And this, most of the time, the entry can be used, or the entry 618 and the 786 can be used for reversal scenarios. And if you're an ICT trader, you can also consider checking the OTE levels. And as you can see, these are the OTE levels before the correction. In this particular case, the OTE level 0.705 is a better level for the reversal. Now, what will happen now, since there was a reversal from this particular price? Of course, the Ganback's trend line, the Ganback's strategy here will be invalidated once we break the low of that Ganbacks. So in this case, once the market starts going an uptrend, dynamically move the high of this and then move it here to the peak. So just simply move it to every high that you will see, since I've mentioned that it's dynamic, meaning you can move it based on the price action that the market will give you. And then the trail stop level, new trail stop level will be here, second trail stop level, third trail stop level, and fourth trail stop level. Now let me give you a tip using this Ganback's theory. Once you see a possible possible impulsive movement like this one, most of the time that can be considered an impulsive wave 3. So the levels that can be revisited are either tail stop level number 1 or tail stop level number 2. So the trail stop level number 1 can be a reversal entry, or the trail stop number 2 can also be a reversal entry. Why is that? Why is my tip like that? Simply because in Elliott wave theory, if wave 2 is usually the OTE levels or the golden zone levels, like for example here to here, the golden zone levels are 0.5, 0.618, or 0.786. For wave 3, or an impulsive wave 3, the levels would be the following in Elliott wave theory. The levels are 236, 382, or 0.5. But ideally, these levels 0.236 and 382 will be the reversal levels for a wave 3. So it's up to you. If you have an entry model within these levels, then try to find one, because if we will move the dynamic gun box, since it created a new high, then your tail stop level will also dynamically change. In this case, that the trail stop level number 1 will be moved here, and then the trail stop level 2 will be moved here, and then the trail stop level 3 will be moved here. As you can see, only the trail stop level number 1 was taken. Why is that? Just like what I've mentioned, if we assume, since you have seen an impulsive movement, the impulsive movement retracement level for a possible wave 3 only be, ideally will be 0.236 to 382. So all you have to do is repeat the process. Repeat the process of using the Gann square every time the market creates a high. So here, it created a new high. This will your trail stop level number 1. Trail stop level number 2. It created another new high. Trail stop level number 1. Trail stop level number 2. It created a new high. Trail stop level number 1. Trail stop level number 2. In other words, if you have caught this price, for example, or this price, then do not fully take profit because the market is still trending, meaning the uptrend is still okay based on the angle of the price movement. So here you will see here that the market will respect most of the time the levels 1 and 2 of the Gann square. So here it created another one. Obviously this is trending, created another high. You will see that the price retraces above the tail stop level number 1. Here it created a new high. It took the trail stop level number 2. It can still be considered as bullish simply because it's still above the trend line support. So the reason why I call it as dynamic trail stop, simply because you will only take full profit once it breaks at least the second level. But as long as the trail stop level number 1 will be respected and the trend line support is still respected as well, then leave your position open. Look, here the price created a new high, respected, or the market retraced at trail stop level number 1. It created a new high. The market respected trail stop level number 1. It created a new high. The market respected trail stop level number 1. The market created another high or a new all-time high price. The market is way above the trail stop level number 1. So that's the beauty of the Gann box or the Gann square, because you will dynamically move your trail stop based on the trend line or the angle of the trend line. So it can also be considered as a dynamic 4RR trade, because this one, if you will take your entry at around this price, this will be a 2RR, 3RR, 4RR, or rather, sorry, 1RR, 2RR trade here, 3RR trade, and 4RR trade. So I can also call this as a dynamic 4RR trail stop. So you will only take full profit once we break the at least 2 levels. There's a big possibility once we take the second level, it will do a bounce between level number 1 and level number 2. And if level number 2 will be taken, then that's the time that you will consider taking full profit between trail stop level number 1 and trail stop number 2. So here, this is a sign that the market is trending. So if you are a scalper, it's okay to take scalp shorts, or to do scalp shorting or intraday shorting. However, if you are a swing trader, I don't think you just simply leave let your runners or let your winners continue running. So with that, let me continue now with the Elliott wave counts based on this trend. So let me just change this into a different broker because I already prepared my Elliott wave counts. I think I lost it. I forgot where I put this one. Anyway, I can show you some. Um, by the way, here's an actual illustration of the gun square that I have mentioned a while ago. Last August 6, I saw that the trail stop level number 1 was still respected, and then therefore I projected that the market will continue its wave count. And as you can see here, based on the lower time frame counts at 30 minutes time frame, this is just a third wave retracement, and usually it's a shallow retracement, ideally 0.236 to 382 only. And then the market went up after that, and this is the structure that I have identified. I mentioned this already a while ago. This is an example of a combination labeled as WXY, where Y is a triangle. And as you can see, there was a beautiful reaction after the wave E. That's why wave E is the best point of interest in trading a triangle formation or triangle structure. So if I will treat this as a possible reversal, then therefore, after a wave 1, the retracement level should be around 0.5 or to the golden zone. And this is what happened. We saw that the market took the 0.5 level and it went up, going to the 2RR impulsive TB. By the way, as an Elliottician, I do measure the waves based on the rules of Elliott wave theory, but as an experienced Elliottician or trader, I've been using standard deviation for my forecasting purposes. And my way of plotting standard deviation is different from the usual way, which is the ICT way, because I plot my standard deviation based on the possible first wave of reversal. In this case, the in this case, the first wave of reversal is from here, wave 0 to wave 1 here. Meaning, if I will plot the standard deviation 0 to 1, then my first conservative target will be the -1 level. My impulsive target will be -2 to -2.5 levels. And then the -3.5 and the -4 for me will be considered as bonus targets. Basically, if you use the standard deviation, the Elliott wave, once you have a valid POI, you have plotted it from a valid POI. When I say valid POI, you can consider an SMT, or if you are using divergences, because basically SMT or the smart money technique is divergence using two correlated pairs. Like for example, for gold, the SMT, you will find an SMT to its directly correlated pair, which is the silver. And what you plot the standard deviation from a valid POI, just like what I've said, either an SMT or divergence, or any entry model that you would like. For example, you will use a volume profile. If you see a POC or point of control around here, once you use a volume profile indicator, for example, then you may consider this as your wave 10. The very first wave close to the point of interest or point of control, I mean, will be the basis of your possible reversal. So in this case, if I'm going to use a volume control, for example, this one. So a volume profile, I mean. Volume profile, point of control is around here. So therefore, if I'm going to use the standard deviation, the Elliott wave way, or the volume profile way, it's either I will put my wave 0 here, or my wave, I mean standard level number 1, and then standard level number 2 here, or here. And then, just like what I've mentioned, if you have a valid POI, excuse me for a while. Just like what I've mentioned, if you have a valid POI, then you simply place or plot the standard deviation in this wave from the reversal from a valid POI and then to the very first wave, and then use the following levels. The levels will be negative, positive 1, 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 2.5, negative 4, and negative 3.5. But in my case, I am using my my fib retracement tool as a position tool so that I can clearly see the levels. So I change the setting, for example, this one, I change my setting into this for wave for levels 1 and 0 red. That means my entry would be around that price or with around that shaded area, and then my targets will be negative 1, negative 2, negative 2.5, negative 0.5, and negative 4. So basically, after identifying a point of control here, and then I applied the standard deviation, the Elliott wave way, just like what I've mentioned, from a valid POI, you will get a conservative 1RR trade. But I have rules where I follow in using the standard deviation, the Elliott wave way. My first rule would be, first, of course, is find a valid POI. Once you have found found a valid POI, apply the standard deviation, the Elliott wave way, and then look at the reaction on the what will happen to or on how negative 1 will be taken. If negative 1 will be taken impulsively, meaning body broken, like this one, the negative 1 level was body broken, then expect a reaction, a retracement after that, and it will continue to negative 2 to negative 2.5. But once we hit the negative 2.5 level, expect that the price will continue after a retracement. It will continue to go to negative 3 to negative 4, negative 3.5 to negative 4 standard deviation levels. Now, to illustrate that, I think I have created here standard deviation models, or the deviation, the Elliott wave models. So here's the illustration that I was mentioning a while ago. So the most important part of identifying or whether you will continue your trade or not, of course, is if you can use the gun box or the gun square, use it. But if you are a price action trader, even if you don't know how to actually do Elliott wave counting, all you have to remember is how negative 1 will be taken. Here, as you can see here, if negative 1 will be taken impulsively and then will continue to take the negative 2.2 and negative 2.5 level, the retracement will be around negative 1. The reason why I'm telling you this, because based as an Elliottician for more than half a decade, the retracement for wave 4 will be the ideal 0.236 to 0.382. And that will only happen once we see an impulsive movement. And this one, breaking negative 1 directly breaking negative 2.5 is a sign of impulsive movement. Therefore, the retracement of wave 4 will be around here. So if you want to find an entry taking negative 3 and negative 4 levels, then therefore find an entry above negative 1 level. However, if the market took the negative 1 level impulsively but reverses before taking negative 2 or negative 2.5, and then once one of the rules that I have mentioned is that once the negative 1 level is taken impulsively, then the next target after a retracement would be negative 2 to negative 2.5. Once we break the negative 2.5, I actually have the rules. If I can ask some of my members to copy and paste it in the chat, I would be glad I would appreciate it. So going back, once we break the negative 2.5 here, the retracement level will no longer be above negative 1. It will be above 0 standard deviation level. So if the price action looks like this one, then take full profit at negative 2.5 and find an entry above 0 level. But if the price action looks like this one, impulsively taken the negative 1 to negative 2.5, then you may hold your position and endure a shallow retracement that will be above negative 1. And then to take full profit at negative 3.5 to negative 4 level. Now for you to if you want to see how that standard deviation, the Elliott wave works, let's try to find, actually I can share to you a lot of examples because I've been doing this for how many years already. But basically this will be the possible wave 0 to 1. Now let's plot this standard deviation, the Elliott wave way, and then let's try to look at the price action, and I want you to see it yourself. Although this is 1 hour, let's, even if we apply it later in the 1 minute time frame, that those models can also be applied. As you can see here, negative 1 was taken impulsively. It continued to go to negative 2 level and then negative 2.5. Just like what I've mentioned, once negative 2.5 is taken, next target will be the negative 4. So even if you're not an Elliottician, as long as you are familiar with the following models, then there's a possibility that you will get a 4RR trade. At least the conservative will be a 1RR trade. But if you will try to consider the rules that I have mentioned, then you can finish or you can close that position and get a possible 4RR trade. Now, let's use the lower time frame. Actually, I have examples here already. Okay. Based on the count that I have shared a while ago, I'm expecting that this will be the reversal of wave 4. Since I'm expecting a reversal for wave 4 here, and if you will check the market, there was an SMT that was created here. Excuse me for a while. There was an SMT that was that was created here, and then I applied the standard deviation, the Elliott wave way right away. So I plotted the wave 0. I plotted the standard deviation in my wave 0 and the wave 1. Actually, it was not. The wave 1 should be around here. But let's just look at the price action that happened after that. So after that, your entry price zone will be here. Usually, you can use the OTE levels or the wave 2 levels for using the Elliott wave measurement or the golden zone. Then after that, from this price action, the market just like what I've mentioned, once you see a valid POI, even if we check the price action here, we will see a point of control around this particular price. Let's check it. Let me just delete this first. At 4-hour time frame, let's find a POC. See, we have a point of control around here. So therefore, you can use this as your possible reversal. And aside from that, if you will try to look for an SMT just for confluence purposes, you may use silver since it's positively strongly correlated to to the gold. So all you have to do is identify an SMT, either an SMT before the point of control from the volume profile or an SMT on the lower time frame. Let's check the 4-hour time frame if there's any SMT, if we can find an SMT. Both are increasing, so let's find an SMT close to this one. Let's change it into a lower time frame. 2-hour time frame. Let me just close this first so that I can clearly see it. 1-hour time frame. There you go. Okay. So here, the price of gold is increasing while the price of silver is declining. So this is an SMT, and going back a while ago in the 4-hour time frame, let's activate that volume profile. You will notice that the point of interest is within the SMT found at what particular time frame? I think it was the 2-hour time frame. Yes, 2-hour time frame. So here, this will give you confidence in taking the trade, because not only that the reversal is within the point of control, there is also an SMT or smart money technique reversal that can be used for confluence. So from there, apply the standard deviation, the Elliott wave way, and then you may use, if you want to consider the following, then you may consider it. But basically, once there is a valid POI from a volume profile or a smart money technique or SMT, then a conservative 1 RR trade will be a high probability trade. And then since this was impulsively broken, I'm expecting that the price will continue to -2 level, -2.5. Once we break the -2.5 with a price action directly breaking -1 and -2 here, then that would be model number 1. And the retracement level, if you're trying to find a intraday to semi-swing position, would be the retracement level would be above -1 if the price will directly take the -2.5. But if ever the price action is choppy or sideways movement, for example, the the price action is choppy or sideways movement, then if the price action looks like this one, then your retracement level will be above wave 0. So if that happens, I would suggest or to you to consider taking full profit at -2.5 and just find an entry above level 0. Because basically this standard deviation, the Elliott wave way, is like doing Elliott wave counting without actually wave counting, because I have simplified already the rules on how to do on how to use the standard deviation, the Elliott wave way. So it's already 12:03. Unfortunately, I cannot proceed with the a uh, detailed analysis of the Bitcoin. But here, let me just give you a quick preview of the uh, possible price action or possible scenario for the Bitcoin. So the uptrend right now is just wave 1, 2, and 3. Actually, this is just wave 3. So therefore, this is the wave, sorry, wave 1, this is the wave 2, and this is just the wave 3. So the wave 4 will be a shallow retracement if we will try to apply what I have mentioned a while ago. Let's say, for example, use the Gann box or the Gann square. Plot it from the low and then plot it to the high of the current uptrend. Trail stop level number 1 was taken, but not yet the level number 2. The trend is still above the trend line support. Therefore, Bitcoin is still bullish. And if you will try to look at the wave counts, we are still on the wave 4 retracement, and this one can be considered as a wave A, wave B, and a wave C. So if we will try to check the measurement based on the Elliott wave theory, just like what I've mentioned, wave 4 retracement is usually within 0.236 to 382. And as you can see, the one that was taken was the 382 level. So if the price will continue to go down to 0.5, that's okay. That's still acceptable as the wave 4 retracement level. However, if the price breaks the high of the wave 1, then consider an alternative scenario that the market may continue going down. This can only be confirmed once this ABC will be upgraded from a simple 3 waves correction into 5 waves. So the alternative count will be 1, 2, 3. This will be 4, and this will be 5. So if we get a 5 waves down here, then I'm expecting about 3 waves up after that. After 3 waves up after that, then expect another 5 waves down. Why? Because this is actually a higher degree zigzag correction. Zigzag correction meaning ABC correction, wherein wave A is composed of 5 waves, wave B is composed of 3 waves, and wave C is composed of 3 waves. So again, the most important thing that you must remember for Bitcoin is if it creates another low from yesterday's low, that would be 5 waves down. Meaning, after 3 waves up, it will continue to go down 5 waves down, and it should respect the 114,830. Once the market reverses before this level, then expect another new all-time high. But if ever this price will be taken, then the alternative scenario would be higher time frame correction, which can be considered as expanded. And I will just explain it in my next session. So my apologies if I took 8 more minutes of your time. I hope this educational session will give you something that will help you in your trading journey. Let us now proceed to the giveaway. Let us now proceed to the giveaway. May I ask Genesis to let's do a random. I'll just use the random number generator. Let me know the numbers to be used.